To categorize your contacts, Centix distinguishes between relations, persons, and users. Before creating objects and locations in Centix, a relation must first be created. Relations encompass your own organization, as well as, for example, customers and suppliers. Persons refer to individuals you collaborate with, such as colleagues, or contact persons from your suppliers and customers. If an individual needs to work in Centix, a user profile must be created for them. By establishing a user profile, you enable the individual to log in a specific role and access particular data. A relation can be created in Centix from the Relation overview. To add a relation, click on the Add function. This action will display the relation detail. When creating a relation, ensure that at least the mandatory fields, ID and name, are filled out. These mandatory fields are highlighted with a red outline. For a comprehensive relation profile, it's advisable to populate the remaining fields as well. To finalize and save the relation, click on the Save button. Additionally, you have the option to attach an image to your relation by selecting Edit within the image frame. Once the relation is saved, you'll notice several tabs on the left side, offering options such as additional settings and data, documents, and a dashboard. Among these options, you can add an address. An intriguing feature of the relation detail is the dashboard, which provides a comprehensive overview of your relation. With a fully established relation, it appears as follows. On the right side of the relation detail, you'll find navigation options to explore linked persons, objects, and locations associated with that relation. In Centix, a person can be created from the Persons overview. To add a new person, simply click on the Add function, which will direct you to the person's detail. When setting up a person profile, ensure that at least the mandatory fields, ID and last name, are filled out. It's recommended to populate a person's details comprehensively within Centix to facilitate tasks like sending automated email messages. During the creation process, you must link a person to an existing relation. Once all necessary fields are filled out, click Save to finalize the creation. You'll then be directed to the detailed view of the newly created person. On the left side, similar to relation creation, various additional options will appear, including options like relations and security. A person in Centix can be associated with multiple relations. To establish these connections, navigate to the newly visible option, Relations. Clicking on Add will present you with a list of existing relations. From this list, you can select the specific relation to which you wish to link the person. A person transitions into a user once they can log into the Centix environment, enabled by a system role, username, and password. It's essential to create a person before granting them user privileges. After establishing the person's profile, you can proceed to set up the user account. To grant a user role to a person, navigate to the Person's overview and select the individual in question. Then access the Security tab, located on the left side of the person's view. Provide the person with a username and assign a system role. You have the flexibility to choose from the available roles. The system role determines what actions the user is allowed to perform. The limitation determines what data the user is allowed to see. For example, in the context of relation, having the role of owner means that you are permitted to see all data associated with your specific relation. Once done, save your changes. Subsequently, you have two methods to set a password for the user. You can either send an activation link to the individual, initiating them to set their password, or you can manually assign a password. If you choose the latter, ensure you securely communicate this password to the user. Alternatively, users can reset their passwords through the Forgot Password feature. With the credentials set, the individual can log into the Centix platform and execute tasks based on their assigned system role. If you wish to revoke a person's user rights, for instance, due to termination of employment, you must block the user. Merely archiving the person is not adequate to revoke their user rights. Do you still have questions after watching this tutorial? Then go to the support page on our website. Here you will find frequently asked questions, instructions, videos and more.